Our top four at 4 this afternoon. Former President Donald Trump is in the upstate today, days from this Saturday's primary. First a town hall, then a fundraiser.
And Nikki Haley making 2 stops in the upstate as well. She says she is staying in the race. Plus a rally for tort reform. Bars and music venues come together in Columbia to address what they call a growing problem.
Plus we're learning more about some massive renovations coming to the athletic facilities at Furman University.
All eyes are on South Carolina just 4 days before the Republican presidential primary.
Former President Donald Trump landed at Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport, then headed to Greenville for 2 events today.
And former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is also holding events in the upstate today.
And we have live team coverage ready for you this afternoon. Rashad, it's a busy day for both of these candidates.
It absolutely has been a busy day. Former President Donald Trump is getting ready for a fundraiser tonight in Greenville after recording a town hall with Fox News host Laura Ingraham earlier today. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley, she was in Greenville earlier today. She is now in Clemson. And after that speech in Greenville, which I want to describe as defiant, she immediately got up in front of the crowd and addressed the rumors that today would be the day that she drops out of the race. She said there is absolutely no way and that she will continue moving forward. Her State of the Race speech was held at the Greenville One Auditorium in downtown Greenville. Haley was firm in stating that she has always been the underdog, and this race is a case of David versus Goliath in a comparison to herself versus Trump. She criticized the former president's relationship with Vladimir Putin and Russia, his age, and him targeting her deployed husband.
He's gotten more unstable and unhinged. He spends more time in courtrooms than he does on the campaign trail. He refuses to debate. He's completely distracted, and everything is about him.
When you look at polls in this current GOP race, Trump is leading the way by a large margin. Haley recently argued that it does not matter if she doesn't win South Carolina as long as she, quote, closes the gap with Trump. And Haley will be speaking again here at Clemson starting at 6 o'clock. But right now, our Peyton Furtado is live in Greenville. She has been covering former President Donald Trump at the Greenville Convention Center. Let's go ahead and check in with her now. Peyton, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, Rashad, thank you. We're here outside the Greenville Convention Center, and inside, hundreds of people are gathered around a stage. They welcomed Trump like a hero earlier today. Now, of course, former President Donald Trump landed here in Greenville at around 2 o'clock just a few hours ago. The taping for that Laura Ingraham town hall with former President Donald Trump started about 3 o'clock today. Now, hundreds of men and women waited outside for that to get into that show, a line stretching around the corner, even down the block. The folks we spoke with all said they were anxious to get in, excited to see their candidate up close and personal, answering some of their burning questions. One of the biggest things people wanted addressed whenever I spoke with them today, the economy. I spoke with one woman who says she raised 3 kids. She says it's harder for her to make ends meet now, just her husband and her, than it was when she was raising her kids. We met people who traveled from different cities, different states to be here. As he came out for the show, honestly, the crowd welcomed him like a rock star. Of course, we're going to have more on all of that at 5, 6, and 11 tonight. And of course, South Carolinians still have time to vote in this presidential primary, Republican presidential primary. Rashad Williams has a little bit more about that. Rashad, can you tell us more?
Well, Peyton, thank you, and allow me to give everyone a reminder. Right now, early voting is still underway in the South Carolina GOP primary election. That will end on Thursday. Now, in-person early voting is underway for the primary election in North Carolina. That will end on Saturday, March 2nd. Election day is March 5th, and early voting is now underway in Georgia. That will end on Friday, March 8th, and Election Day will be March 12th. Remember, WYFF4 is your home for Commitment 2024 coverage. Right now on WYFF4.com, there's a voter's guide for early voting in South Carolina. We've made it easy for you. All you have to do is click the Commitment 2024 tab. And for now, reporting live in Clemson, Rashad Williams, WYFF News 4.